Hey everyone, it's me, the Sparkle Girl, or King of Sparkle. So today, like I said from last night, or well, maybe yesterday, that I did mention that I will do a TinkerBell live review. So here we are. So let's talk about TinkerBell. So anyway, can I just say I love TinkerBell since I was a kid, just like you boys and girls do. And yet, of course, Sophie as well, because Sophie and I have been Tinkerbell fans since we were kids. Well, although, can I just get to the further point that Sophie loves Peter Pan, but I like Tinkerbell movies. So basically, if you want, you can talk about Peter Pan if you want, since Tinkerbell is related to Peter Pan anyway. But I'm just saying that I just rather talk about Tinkerbell anyway, not just Tinkerbell as a character, but as a movie as well, and the other movies that Tinkerbell has in throughout the whole years in you know back in the past. Can I just say I just love Tinkerbell, and I remember the first time I went to see the very first movie, which came out in 2008. And yes, it is a good movie, to be honest. Well, let's just say there's loads of reasons to why I love it because it's the very first Tinkerbell movie to focus on Tinkerbell. And also, it's her first time to have a speaking role, as in get to hear what she sounds like. Because everyone has been questioning, like, when can we able to hear a movie or something with Tinkerbell talking? So that's a really good question. Until the time back in 2008, we finally got the answer. So basically, and yes, of course, Tinkerbell does talk. Even though we can't really hear her in the Peter Pan movies or in any other franchise or media. So okay, okay. So okay. Although, speaking about the very first Tinkerbell movie, can I just say, well, I don't know if anyone able to remember this, but I kind of personally remember it. And I remember watching the trailer of the Tinkerbell movie, the first one, of course. Although it's slightly different compared to the one from the actual movie that we have now, because the one I remembered when watching the trailer, it was something to do something about Ring of the Bell, I think it's called. I think so anyway. Sometimes I can barely remember the actual title. But all I'm saying is that the story is slightly different to what we have in the movie we have now. So yeah. Um and the animation of the characters looks so different compared to what we have in the movie. Although they still look similar, although the hairs and the faces and the eyes are like bigger than the one from the you know the later movie of the film. Yeah. Although that's the whole point because I remember watching the trailer anyway when I was a kid, and the moment I went to see that movie, I was like, now hang on the really pixie dust. How come that's not the one from the actual trailer? I mean, that's just confusing. Am I right? Yeah, I know. Let's just say we can't always have to make it such a big deal. I still love the one that we have now anyway, so that's the whole point. But I still would like to see the one from the actual trailer that I'm talking about. Yeah, where we see Wendy as a sort of not just what at the end of the film that we have now, but in the actual trailer, Wendy was supposed to be the actual main character as well as Tinkerbell. Yeah, I know it's kind of surprising, but she's only a background character in the one in the actual movie. So yeah, um, so yeah, and yet of course, Wendy sure looks adorable as a little girl in the movie. Yeah, tell me about it. Although we didn't get to see Michael and John in the film, Except that I did remember in one of the trailers, I did saw Michael and Wendy together in the kitchen, I think. Yeah, something like that. I think you have to go on my friend's Girly Princess channel. Yeah, that's it. She has that sort of video on her channel anyway, in case if you want to watch. So yeah. So anyway, so basically, so let's just focus on the actual movie that we have now of the first movie. Well, it's kind of about of how Tinkerbell was born, and she was actually like, what's it called again? Dandelion, I think, or was it a wishing flower? I can't even get the name now, but it's hard to remember what's it called. But I know what it looks like. It's like a white sort of thingy where you can blow them, and it just blows into the air, like making a wish. Yeah, like like you really want to make have your dream come true. hmm Yeah, tell me about it, guys. But believe me, I would have wished I could do that. I did try like a few times, but it's pretty hard. Like, oh come on! I mean, seriously? Okay, calm down, girl. Okay. And yes, and then we soon get to meet Tinkerbell anyway from that moment where she met all the other characters, including her new friends that we get to see later in the film: Silver Mist, Rosetta, Dresser, and Fawn. And it also includes, well, although she's not her friend yet until in the later movies, but let's just say it's Vidya. She's quite a bit a jerk, in my opinion, in the first movie. I don't possibly blame you guys if you're still like Vidya in the film or whatsoever, but I still didn't like the way she treats Tinkerbell in the movie, like the way she thinks she's being threatened by Tinkerbell. But Tinkerbell would never threaten anyone. That is not her true instincts. I just think Vijay is just a bit jealous of Tinkerbell's beauty and talent. Yeah, something like that. And besides, Tinkerbell is really talented, so you can't possibly blame Tinkerbell for being creative. And besides, I'm creative myself. Like, you guys always say that I'm really talented and creative. It is sort of true anyway. But sometimes I'm not always that creative all the time. It depends on what it is because there are some few things I can't really do. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, can't possibly blame me, but that's just my thought in the head. So yeah, until we see Queen Clarion, yeah, and it's very merry, and it's sort of like silly and troublemakers sometimes, and friendly names Bubbles and Clank. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, and let's just say they are okay sometimes, but sometimes I do find them funny, and yes, it can be a bit, you know, out of mischief. As in sneaky little boys who do just like to fooling around. But that's boys for you guys. But girls can be like that too, guys. Okay. And let's just say, but I do like the 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 moment where Tinkerbell meets Bubbles and Clank anyway, and the way those boys were starting to fight, something to do with whatever they were working on. I think it was like a wagon or something. I don't know. I don't know. But all I know they were fighting about something. I don't know what they were on, like blah blah blah. But all I'm saying that until Tinkerbell just appeared like out of nowhere, and then Bob was like, so pretty, so pretty, so pretty, and then who's that then? It's Tinkerbell, you spell brain. Yep, that's a bit. Okay. I know. I bet you guys can find it a bit, awkward. You know, like give me a break, Bubbles. Okay. Although let's just say Terence do have a sort of crush on Tinkerbell. Yes, after the moment they both had their moment together in the first movie. Actually, when Tinkerbell says she wants to leave forever, until Terence finally got Tinkerbell taught into her own sentence and sense by saying that it doesn't matter what other people think. Just be who you are, because don't change for the other people or whatever. Just be yourself. Don't ever ever change your way. Just be yourself. And that's the true meaning about it. And that's what the movie is teaching us. Yeah. But what ways that I didn't like when Vidya was really the most responsible, even though Tinkerbell was also responsible. This whole madness with all these, what are those things called again? Who attacks the fairies? Like scratches or something like that. And I don't like these creatures. They're so fast and really icky. And the way they just walk past you, it's just like, ouchie, ow. Like, really? Okay. I know, I can easily tell. I know you're laughing here, Sophie. Yeah, okay. Okay. Alright then. Okay. And the way that sad moment when Tinkerbell feels sorry about it. And I feel sorry for Tinkerbell, although she did make a terrible mistake. But it's not just her fault. I know what she did was wrong, but it's all down to Vidya. Besides, she's the one who made Tinkerbell to do it in the first place. If only Tinkerbell shouldn't have taken advice, this thing wouldn't have happened. Yeah. And that's why I don't like Vidya in the first movie, because she just treats Tinkerbell like Tinkerbell is a bad person, which she's not. And I know some of you may think like that because, for obvious reason, for what she nearly did to Wendy in the first Peter Pan movie. Like when the Lost Boys nearly got Wendy, hurt after that. But don't get me wrong, I still remember that moment in that Peter Pan movie. But I'm not siding with Tinkerbell for that bit. But still, I think Tinkerbell do have a kind-hearted, but she just find it harder to admit it. That's all I'm saying, girls and boys. So anyway, and sometime later, Tinkerbell finally realized her mistakes, and she decided to help, and she wants the others to help her so they can save the spring. Yeah, by building up all um those lost treasures and all that Tinkerbell have found from the island. Although that's also my favorite moment actually from the first film. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, and besides, I just like the scene when everyone works together just before in time until that flower thing just grows back. And now, yeah, I just love the way the flower just grow back into his own self again. Yeah, and the sunset. Aww. Until sometime after that was until that song started to play. Well, believe me, I love that song because it's just so catchy. And somewhere during the song nearly reminds me of the song from Sesame Street for some strange reason. I don't know why, but nah, that's just me. Okay. Okay. So anyway, can I just say that other moment where Tinkerbell finally realized the toy that she found, with the dancer thingy on the music box that Tinkerbell fixed on the island? Well, that's where she finds out it actually belongs to Wendy. Well, it is sort of cute, and you got to admit it. I mean, what do you possibly imagine yourself finding your own toy again outside your bedroom window. I mean, seriously? Now that would be weird. I mean, would a fairy really do that in real life? I doubt it. Yes. Now that'll just get a bit. No. Pixie. Okay. So anyway, and especially the end bit, the credits with that song "Fly to Your Heart" by Selena Gomez. Yeah, I just really love that song. It's just so magical, pixie, fairy, and many kinds, many more. Okay. Yeah, tell me about it. I just love it. And the way I started listening to it, it feels like I'm floating in the sky with pixie dust. Yeah, like, how do you say it again before flying? Um, hmm. Lift your arms and put your feet together. Yep, that's it. Okay. And I think they also said have faith and trust. And the most important thing is, and you know what, guys? That's it. Pixie dust. Come on, Tinkerbell. Send us pixie dust. Okay. I just had a little fun there for you guys to have a little enjoyable. So anyway, let's get to the second film, Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure. So yeah, I like that film so much as well. But can I just say, I just love all the Tinkerbell movies, but I will get to that in a minute. So yeah, so especially say I do like the opening because the song is just so catchy. Like autumn time, although it is autumn time right now in here. Yep. Yes. I just like the bit when Terrence finishing his job, and then he said he's off to whatever he wants to do until what this guy's name again, that who works for the dust keeper, what's his name again? Oh, I know his name. Think. Come on, Caitlin Sparkle. You got to remember. You're supposed to be a Tinkerbell fan. Oh, uh, okay, I'm stuck. I know his name, but it just won't come in this stupid head. Okay, alright. Calm down, girl. Don't get too stressed. Just be calm and, you know. Okay, so anyway, so this guy and those two sneaky boys were like winding Terrence up about errands and stuff. And then Terrence was like, "Why are you guys talking like that?" And then the others were like, "No reason." And then the smile thingy, like, well, fake smile, I would say. Well, was it a smirk? I don't know. Yeesh. And then Tim was like really suspicious on that moment. Right. Say hi to Tinkerbell while you're at it. Okay. Got it. You got me, guys. Fairy, Fairy Gary? I think that's his name. Fairy Gary. I don't know. I can't even figure out his name again. I have to search it again when I get the chance. So anyway, until the next moment when Terence meets Tinkerbell doing a boat, and and she was still fixing the boat until Terence arrived, and when he was asking Tinkerbell who is the best friend who delivers the hair, and Tinkerbell was like winding him up by saying, "Was it Rosetta? Idrissa?" And then Tim was like, "Me." And then Tinkerbell was like, "I'm just kidding. So what do you think of my toilet expressed?" So yeah, that's what I liked about that moment. Oh well, tell me about it. Besides, some girls can tease boys and boys can tease tease girls, and it's pretty normal, really. So yeah, okay. And then that next moment where Tinkerbell was on the boat ride, and that was hilarious. I know some of you may don't find it funny, but for me and Sophie and some others, we just like the way Tinkerbell was like, and I was like, and there's a ladybird just came out of nowhere like this. Sorry. Whoa. Oh no. Like that, just like that. And then all the way to the tree, and then wow! Ooh, now that's kind of hurts every day. Okay, and don't get me wrong, I do feel sorry for Tinkerbell for that bit though. I mean, she could have got really hurt there. Yes, I know, terrible. But yeah, okay. Skip that until we get to see Tinkerbell in Queen Clarion's palace with that Autumn guy and Fairy Mary all together talk about this whole thing about the scepter and the the moonstone. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, that's I just like that bit actually. It's just so interesting. I wish I could make mine. I mean, I bet you guys would like to do the same if you feel want to. I mean, can't hard. I mean, can't hardly, you know. Yeah, I feel like to make one day if I get the chance. So yeah, until the next moment when sometimes after when Tinkerbell and Terence talk together and decided to help each other, until sometimes somewhere in that moment where Tinkerbell was where sort of like saying to Terence that she knew that Terence is the best choice to help. Although until some few bits of that I kind of find it a bit okay unsettling because Tinkerbell is starting to have this little annoyance towards Terence for that part of the moment because the way she just like oh shut up. Ugh, I'm ignoring you. Can I focus here? Like that, just like that. But Terence can be a pain sometimes, don't get me wrong, but although he is lovely and he is kind, but he is funny too. But Tinkerbell, on the other hand, well, she can be a bit a jerk towards Terence for that bit. Yeah, but I still love Tinkerbell no matter what. But let's just say the way Tinkerbell treats Terence throughout, well, half of that movie, well, let's say I know almost you guys will agree with me, although some will disagree with me, and that's totally fine. But can I just say the way Tinkerbell behaves in the movie, it's just a bit selfish, you know. I mean, blaming on Terence for something when it's actually you're responsible. I mean, tell me about it. I mean, you shouldn't be blaming other people just because it's your own responsible when you know it's your responsible. And that reminds me of someone that I know in real life, but I can't mention that. Okay. Let's just say, mm, okay. Don't get to the point, but Tinkerbell, she just bit mean. So yeah. So yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Can we just get that already? Thank you. Okay, on Sparkle. Okay, okay. And then a couple of minutes later, when Tinkerbell decided to you know, whatever this thingy air balloon, something like that, and she, after this whole thingy play about the magic mirror and something about three wishes, but it's only have one wish left because those nasty pirates took only two. Yeah, but before the deposit got to the third fish, they didn't get the chance because the ship got wrecked. Like shipwreck. No wonder why it's called shipwreck because it's a ship that that wrecks into whatever it is in that film. Yeah. And I especially like that cute tiny little moment between Tinkerbell and Blaze, the firefly thingy. Aww. I mean, seriously, he's so adorable, although he can be a bit naughty a few moments in the film. But can you possibly blame him? I mean, you can't deny his cute boo boo eyes. Oh, Blaze, you're making me want to hug you forever. Okay, I just, you know, skip it. Okay, so where was I? Until later half of the movie when Tinkerbell and Blaze work together on the mission on on the adventure to find a magic mirror in the shipwreck. But I remember this awkward moment between those nasty, naughty trolls. I mean, seriously, the way that this done is saying, um, something to do like narrow side pass, a secret troll bridge. Yeah, something like that. Every time I watch that bit, like, geez, dude, to give me nearly give me a heart attack or troll attack. Okay, give me a break. That's what I'm saying. Blah blah blah. Yeesh. Okay, and this is the bit I really find well awkward and funny at the same time. Let's just say those trolls will like keep fighting to one another to each other, like whatever. And every time, just think about it, guys. Imagine someone who wanted to do the same to you. I mean, and you do the same to them. Okay, I know, but let's just say it doesn't really matter. But what I'm saying, I mean, don't get me wrong. So yeah, so can we just get the troll bridge now? Bye bye, trolls. I'm crossing your bridge. Bye bye. Okay, I'm going. Bye. I'm just joking. Okay, seriously. You really think I'm going? No. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So until the shipwreck scene when Tinkerbell finally found the magic mirror, and what as she was about to make that one last wish, it failed because she kind of told Blaze to be quiet, and then suddenly Blaze light just turned off. I mean, poor Blaze. And then not until the point when Tinkerbell started blaming Blaze for it. I mean, seriously? Come on, Tinkerbell, just earn up your behavior for once. But she did. I mean, that's why she's starting to realize the way she's been behaving and all in the film is affecting Terence. Yeah, and we can't possibly blame Terence because Terence, well, you gotta feel sorry for him. I know he can be in his own fault as well, but Tinkerbell is mostly in the fault if you get to the point here. So yeah. And that's when Tinkerbell started saying that she wished Terence to be here next to her, even though he actually there the whole time, but Tinkerbell didn't even know that until for a second. Yeah, and that's when the Hulk moment comes. Oh, so sweet, cute, and besides, that's what friends do. Yeah, or family do as well. It depends on who you want to hug to. Like, I'm not really much a hugger, and I don't really like getting hugs most of the time. I don't mind hugs, but depends on the mood. But most of the time, I just rather have my own personal space. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, until the end scene with Tinkerbell, Terence, Queen Clarion, and everyone are all like together celebrating about this scepter and the the moonstone. I keep every time I try to think of that name, I keep mixing that with the other name, the bluestone, because it is blue, but it is a shape of a moon. Yeah. Until that moment when Tinkerbell revealed the moonstone, and it was like, ah! Okay, seriously, sorry if I scared you. Sorry, I'm just saying. And well, that just came out of awkward. Yes, tell me about it. Until sometime near to the end, just before the credits, I just like the way Terrence and Tinkerbell holding that scepter with the moonstone together. Although, can I just get to the further point and noticed by saying that I thought they were going to kiss, like almost everyone people thought they were going to kiss because that's what friends do sometimes. Depends really, like kiss on the cheek. Yeah. Well, not all friends do that. It depends on who, but that's what I'm saying. Besides, Tinkerbell and Terrence are definitely made for each other. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I do personally ship both Tinkerbell and Terrence anyway, so you can't possibly blame me for that, for mentioning about thoughts they were going to kiss sometimes just before the end finished. So yeah, until that song called Gifts of a Friend by Demi Lovato. Love it. Okay. Until the next film after that is Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue. Yeah, and basically, like I said, I love that film. And let's just say, I just love it the way the opening started to play, showing all the drawings of all the different types of fairies. Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, really, I love drawing fairies sometimes when I was a kid, but hardly done that right now though. Yeah, and I do miss doing it sometimes, but don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean I have grown out of it or anything. No way. I can still do it if I want to, like on a piece of paper or on my computer on the paint, something like that. So anyway, until that song started to play about something, I think it's called Summer something. I don't know. That's all I can possibly able to remember the name. Yes, and the moment where everyone gathers around to go to this camp thingy, yeah, and the way they all have to hide because they can hear the loud noises from this thingy car thingy belongs um to a father. Yeah, although they're both humans. Yes, let's just say because it is kind of strange reason for me for why all the fairies think it's sort of a rule to stay away from humans just because they think humans are, whatever they think what the humans are. But I think the fairies are judging the humans too far, I would say. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I do respect the way how they feel about humans, but sometimes I just think the fairies need to think about it because not all humans can be that bad. I mean, some of us humans just, well, kind, nice, and gentle. Well, if you get what I mean here, sometimes I do. If Tinkerbell was real, I would definitely meet her and be gentle with her. And besides, I would definitely like to be her friend, just like some of you guys would. So yeah, if Tinkerbell's her, even though she is now, not really, just saying. Let's just say Tinkerbell will always be my friend, just like everyone else. Yeah. Okay, I can hear you, Tinkerbell. Okay. Okay. So anyway, well, you can't really hear her because she's talking in her own little bells. Yep, she's right next to me on my shoulder. Okay, just being funny. Okay. Okay, so until that good moment when, well, although Tinkerbell sort of investigate the house where the human lives, where we'll get to meet a young girl named L- Lizzie or Izzy. I think it's Lizzie. That's it. Sometimes I get confused with with different names of and her dad, who will presume that he's supposedly sort of like a villain sort of character, even though he's not really much of a villain in my personal opinion. I just think he's a misunderstood character who people thinks he's a bad character, even though he's not really that bad. He's just being overprotective towards his own daughter. Although he can be in his own wrong and fault. But let's just say you got to feel sorry for Lizzie for the way her dad treats her in the whole film. I mean, saying that fairies are only real if you believe them. I mean, seriously, what is wrong with that man? Okay, sorry, but I'm just saying. So let's just say the way he behaves just make me feel sick. Just like the way you guys will feel the same way. Yeesh. Well, at least he did change his ways at the end of the film, which is good. Although I don't want to spoil it for anyone who haven't seen it yet. So yeah, sorry if I spoiled already. So yeah, can I just say until the next few minutes until TinkerBell saw a little house, even though it was actually just a thingy that Lizzie just created, where she puts it somewhere in the garden, I think it was, or somewhere in the fields, if I'm not mistaken. And Tinkerbell sort of got trapped in it after when Vidya sort of using her wind sort of magic and then slammed the door, trapping Tinkerbell in. But Tinkerbell didn't even realize there was danger coming because Vidya noticed Lacey coming over and she did try to Tinkerbell to get out, but did Tinkerbell listen? No. You should be ashamed of yourself, Tink. All right. Stop arguing. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, I just say Tinkerbell can be a bit naughty on that moment. Okay, so let's just say she just keeps fixing something on the thingy clock. I mean, really, Tinkerbell, can't you just get a move on and shift it? Like, really? But she didn't. And because she see this dark shadow just like lurking around her, and then she saw a big giant eye, even though that was only Lizzie. Imagine a really giant eye right close to you. I mean, seriously, would you really freaked out? I would definitely. That would be too creepy. Okay, like imagine BFG. Okay, so yeah. Until the next moment after that, when Lizzie just grabbed the house, taking Tinkerbell inside her own house. Yep, that's it. Trying to show it to her dad, which, well, I kind of find it a bit, well, I know some people might find it impressed just because you find a real fairy, but do you think you can be in the wrong for doing so? Sorry if I disappoint you guys, but you've got to understand that you can't just kidnap a real fairy if they were real just because you wanted to show it to your own parent or whatsoever or whoever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Until sorry, Lizzie took Tinkerbell in this house thingy on her own bed until the cat attack. Like meow meow meow, and then Lizzie was like, no, bad cat, get out of the house. Okay, something like that. Okay, I think you probably all be. Okay, just forget it. I'm just saying. So yeah. Until the next few couple of minutes until Vidya went back to that camp thing and warned everyone that Tinkerbell was kidnapped. And everyone was like, oh, Tinkerbell is kidnapped! And then everyone was like gathering around, making a boat on the way on a mission to save Tinkerbell. I mean, that's a good thing to do. You can't just give up on your own friend because if you do that, That's not a good thing to do. Never ever give up on your own friend or family. No way, Jose. Until the next few minutes, Lizzie came back to her room, meeting Tinkerbell for the first time. Well, can I just say, if I was Lizzie, I would just let Tinkerbell out the cage and let her, you know, I don't know, but I just kind of feel bad for Tinky in that moment. I mean, I know Lizzie loves Tinkerbell, even though she is a huge fan of fairies, so you can't possibly blame her. But I just personally think Lizzie should have known better for putting in her Tinkerbell in a cage in the first place, just because her cat was trying to attack her. I mean, Tinkerbell, you know what I mean. So yeah, and the moment Lizzie just let Tinkerbell go from the cage, Tinkerbell was like, "Bye bye," up to this, up to that thingy outside. Well, this thingy window, which it was trying to open, which it can't because she's so tiny. Yeah, and Lizzie was trying to catch her because she wants to to keep Tinkerbell. That is so selfish. Don't get me wrong, but I know Lizzie is only a 9-year-old kid, but sometimes kids need to know. Like you can't just expect whatever to keep it to yourself because it's not nice. I mean, they're not toys. They are living creatures. They have their own nature and life. My mom and dad say so. I honestly understand that because I can feel that sometimes. I got my own life and I don't need too many hugs, like I just said before. I need personal space. I mean, alright, thank you. Alright, so yeah, tell me about it, but that's all I'm saying. Until Lizzie finally explained the thing about how much she loves fairies that much ever since she was a little baby. It is sort of cute. Until Tinkerbell sort of got a little friendly towards Lizzie for that moment, and then they started talking to each other, although Lizzie didn't quite understand what was Tinkerbell saying. Yeah, and when Tinkerbell mentioned about, did you make this? And Lizzie was like, I don't know what you're saying. So like that. And then Tinker was like, um, like, I think was Tinkerbell was like doing this on a hand, but then she was hammering, like hammer, like bang thingy, and and that saw thing where you go like that. You know what I mean, anyway, because that's what builders do. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then she pointed out the house anyway, and then Lizzie said, "Oh yeah, I did made it." So like that, until they finally introduced each other. But the way Tinkerbell has to help Lizzie to pronounce her name by doing that, that hammer thing on the hand, and then putting out the bell on that thingy house that Lizzie made. And that's when Tinkerbell put her two fingers together, and that makes Lizzie finally get know what Tinkerbell really means. Tinker Bell. Tinkerbell. Yeah, tell me about it. It is a cute moment, don't get me wrong. So yeah. And then okay, so I think it's a boat next again. When I think that was when was it a boat crash? I don't know whether if it was the boat crash was on that moment, or was it the next one? I can't even tell anymore because I sometimes can't mix up some moments. So yeah, and beside the boat crash, oh my god, it's like we're doing that, mm, floating into the air. And yes, tell me about it. It's like we're on the Titanic or something. I know, terrible. And I do feel sorry for those who died from after that thing happened back in you know, the, what happened back in the 90s. So yeah, we got to feel sorry for them. Although we're not here to talk about Titanic anyway. anyway. Just saying for a reason. So yeah. So anyway, until the next few couple of moments where Lizzie and Tinkerbell started to do this sort of sketchbooking. Yeah, I just like that cute moment until that song started playing, "How to Believe." Yeah, I love that song, and I think I already told you some of you guys already before. It's okay if some of you who hasn't, in case if you're new to my channel, but if those who have been watching my channel for a long time, some of you might find it obvious anyway, because it's just so imaginative, creative, and it shows you how to believe in yourself. Yeah, and don't let your doubts get to you. And that's what the song is truly meaning about. Yeah, tell me about it. I always like to believe in myself, you know. I would never put the doubts in. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, I just really love that scene, to be honest. It's just so beautiful and cute. And magical somehow. Yeah. So anyway, I also started to remember the next moment where Tinkerbell and Lucy were still making the scrapbook. Sketchbook, whatever you guys prefer to call it. And that's when Tinkerbell finally realized it's time to go, as in going back to her home, to her friends, although the camp, whatever. And that's where Lacey started crying because she's gonna miss Tinkerbell. Although that's not gonna last long though, Lizzie, because you will see Tinkerbell again. So yeah, I mean seriously, I always thought they won't see each other again until that couple of next few minutes, like after when Lizzie was trying to show her book to her dad, but he can't because he was too busy being so picky. But that like raindrops, like something like that. Yeah. Okay. I mean seriously, now, dude. Okay, really. You gotta feel sorry for Lizzie for that point until she finally well, meets Tinkerbell again, and that's when Tinkerbell realized that Lizzie really needs her help, and that's a good thing. I mean, you got to feel like you have to help someone because they need it. Because if they feel like they're in trouble, they need you to but to help them. Because if if I was Tinkerbell, I would definitely help because I just don't want anyone to feel lonely or bad or whatever because I don't want anyone to feel hurt. No. Besides, I am sometimes I can be make my own mistakes and sometimes people can hate me for it and I can't possibly blame them. Although can I just say to my further point that I do realize that and sometimes I feel sorry and regret it and I'm sorry if those who doesn't like me then that's your problem and I can't um help you if you don't talk about it, something like that. So yeah. So anyway, just skip that now. So anyway, until the next couple of minutes, when um the Tinkerbell's friends finally discovered the big house where the human lives, and that's until we get to see that another cat attack. You're like, meh, meh, meh. Really? Okay, really now? Seriously? Okay. Although it is funny because um the way the others were like, pass me the plates so we can cross the room, and then suddenly the cat was like jumping to uh, the furniture and then trying to get the fairies. It's kind of failed because they keep crashing and smashing inside the whole kitchen. Oh my god. But while that moment was playing, there was another moment which I'm going to mention anyway, where Lizzie finally learned how to fly. because Tinkerbell was helping her. I wish he could do that the same thing for me, Tinkerbell. One day. Okay, she agreed with me. Okay. Okay, I'm just joking. Okay. But the way Lizzie was like, hey, I'm flying. And then suddenly, ah! Oh, that could have hurt every day. Until the next couple of minutes, her father just came in saying like, it sounded like elephants in here. Okay, now I just came around. Mm. Until the argument started happening, and then finally Tinkerbell was like, I have enough. And then she just like burst out of that thingy house door, and she was like, how could you? Like, something like that. And then suddenly the father was like, stay away from me. I don't want you coming any near me. I'm so scared. I mean, seriously, being a baby, more like. And that's where Lizzie finally showed her dad, you know what, that fairies are real. Although I'm not too sure. Do you guys think fairies are real? I would say yes, but we don't really see them. But you can believe whatever you believe. I mean, that's what the film is teaching you. I mean, seriously. I mean, just because some saying who are not real just because they don't believe it, well, I would say that they do have their own point. But if you believe in your own point, then that's fine. Just sometimes don't always agree or disagree all the time because sometimes you might get into the wrong stick. That's all I have to say. So anyway, until that moment when Vidya came to the room discovering the father was about to kidnap Tinkerbell, but instead he kidnapped Vidya. Just like that. And poor Tinkerbell, she could have got herself hurt as well on that bit. I mean, really. I feel sorry for Tink. But we got to feel sorry for Vidya. Yeah. Sorry. So anyway, until Tinkerbell finally reunited with her friends on the next minute, and Lucy was there as well because she was wants to help, and which she did, and that's when we get to see Lucy finally fly again, but in the whole city of London. I mean, would you really imagine yourself flying in public and people will see you and they will be like, is that a flying? Oh my goodness. And then, ugh, they did. Just like that whatever her name, that woman's name again, the way she saw like um come come fly back soon, and then she was like, ugh, just like that. Okay, all right, give me a grip. I think I'm getting a bit too overhead. Okay. Okay, until the next couple of minutes in that scene when Lizzie was still flying, Tinkerbell just kept flying to find Vidya, and then Tinkerbell decided to stop the carriage from, right, from moving and all that, and that's when she finally done it. So yeah, tell me about it. So yeah, until the fall was like, oh no 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 no, stupid, something like that, and then he was about to walk to the museum until suddenly, Dad, stop! And he was like, what the? Huh? And then, and then Lizzie was like, don't put it in there. And then the father was just sort of like, Lizzie, you're flying? But how? I mean, seriously? Okay, really. I just like that bit, really. Just so cute to have your own mum or dad to see you flying. Like, imagine that. Okay. Alright then. Okay. Until finally the father started to realize that he does believe in fairies and all that. And that's the time when he finally let video go out of the thingy tin, whatever it was. And that's when everyone finally reunited. Aww, keep friendship. Until the next minute, where we get to see Lizzie and her dad reading the book together, what Lizzie had made with Tinkerbell. And it's really cute, really. And the way that Tinkerbell's friends just made those thingy flowers thingy as a headband on Lizzie's head. Oh, that's cute. I mean, I would imagine a fairy would do that to me. Oh, thank you, Tinkerbell. Okay, alright then. So I really liked that scene until the credits started playing. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's a next film, and that is Tinkerbell and the Secret of the Wings. And that's where we get to see Tinkerbell's twin sister. Although we didn't get to see her sometimes later in the film anyway, because let's just say by giving you guys a fair point that sometime at the beginning when Tinkerbell was helping Fawn to help those little cute little rabbits or bunnies wherever they were. I think they're bunnies anyway. I mean, they are babies after all. And they were crossing the bridge to where the snow is. So yeah, and there's a one single rule about that: do not cross the bridge where the snow is. Be right back. Oh, hang on. Just hang on, guys. Just need to do something. Sorry guys. Can I just say sorry to disappoint you, but I had to cut the video and end the video because it's getting late now, so I had to go to bed. So I got no other choice. So I hope everyone can understand that it's nighttime in here in the UK. So please appreciate that. I do need my sleep anyway, but I can always do a part two, maybe sometimes tomorrow, maybe after tea or something. So anyway, I'll leave you guys to it, and if you want, ask me any questions about Tinkerbell, and I'll answer them for the part two. So yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.